buying new parts, making the new parts fit the car, trimming new parts, breaking old parts. Yes, we are definitely working on a 90s car. Okay, my lovely people, let's keep going on with the Merc build. If you missed out on last week's video, please go ahead and watch that. We did the front bumper, and today we are fitting the side skirts. We didn't have enough time in the last video to fit on the side skirts because the front spoiler took way too long. Pretty scared taking these off because it's plastic clips, and a 30-year-old car with plastic, it doesn't end well. So let's go ahead, because I know this is going to take quite a while to get one side skirt on. So let's get on with it and let's see what these side skirts look like on the car. And don't forget to click that subscribe and like button on the video real quick. So there's a tab at the back that I'm gonna try pull over. And then, oh, okay. That actually came out pretty good. Yeah, just what I thought. Bit at the bottom here has snapped. That's the top bit where it's like a rectangle female. So on the actual piece, they're both female connectors. Now with the doors, it's the same thing on the top and the bottom, but on the inside of the door, there's two screws, one at the top and one right in the corner. I really don't think you have to take off the door cladding. Wow, why did I? Okay, let me show you this. I was just having a look, right? And I was like, what's this seal here for? I took it kind of off and I had a look, and there's screws inside that hold the side skirt onto the actual body. Wow, okay, so annoying, but that just saved so much time, because if I had to take off the whole door claddings, yeah, that's like an all day job. But this is probably going to take like a few hours, couple hours maybe, depending on how the side skirts fit. But okay, let's actually just fully take this off. We probably have like 10 of these along this channel here. Underneath here, we've got these 10mm bolts all under here. In the front fender, we've got 2 bolts that's holding the side skirts as well. There's 1 bolt there and 1 bolt underneath there. Just zap them off and then side skirts will come out. Yes, the side skirt's still on, because I had to show you guys this. On the front side, you have to take off this cladding here because there is a bolt holding the side skirt somewhere in here. So you have to take off this piece here, which is just the same snap bracket things on the rear end here. But at the bottom here, there's these clips here. They wrap around those 2 holes on either side. And so I just use a flathead screwdriver just to poke this side, just like that. And then that's what releases that clip there. For 30 years, these clips are still like real good, super strong as well. Oh yeah, and another thing, all the bolts under here, except this one here on the fender liner, is a 8mm. Old side skirt is off. It was hard to bend it around and take it off because of like these corners, and also it's held on by like this adhesive here. I need to show you guys what side skirts I have. So the ones that I got is the AMG look, so it kind of slopes down and arches down. I'll just show you guys. So there's no holes that is drilled, so you'll have to make your own holes. The front kind of arches down, so it gives more of like an aggressive look, and it makes the car look a bit lower. These side skirts, they taper down and then in. Just see how they fit and see what needs to be trimmed. Let's check this onto the actual car and let's see what we need to do to make this work. Looks pretty good, to be honest. Comparing with the OEM one, these actually look pretty well. I bought these off MB Specialist with the front bumper as well. I bought both of them from MB Specialist, and the fitment on the front bumper, if it's anything like the front bumper, these won't be too bad to fit as well. So hopefully they're a bit easier, and hopefully we can get these on faster. I tried putting the new side skirt on. Yeah, it couldn't fit because of the trim on the door. There wasn't enough space to fit it through, just so the top part here could fit over this lip up here. So I've had to take off all the door trim in order to fit the side skirt on. Let's see how the side skirt fits. I know I'll have to trim quite a bit on this side because the tabs look wild. Maybe the bad fitment will get hidden by the door cladding. Alright, so first assessment. Overall, it's not too bad. Yeah, so on the front here, there's a bit of weirdness happening. Probably have to trim a bit here, this part here, and also trim these like halfway, just so this part here can sit up, and this part here that's hitting the bottom of the fender. So this tab here, there is a hole at the back where it mounts in. This tab at the back, this has to go on an angle. I probably won't even use this tab, probably chop this off. The rear, it's not too bad. Like, you can massage this in. So this whole bit here, I'm not too worried about it. I probably will have to clean this up because, yeah, these edges look wild. This whole bit here, if I can get this like flush, it'll get covered by this bit here. It will cover up a lot. Now the hardest part, finding out where all the holes are that we have to drill in order to get this in place. The one thing I might do is actually measure out how far each hole is in relation to this channel here, and so we have a good estimate, and then just make a hole in the estimate and then see where we need to adjust. The hole can be widened, not really worried about perfect hole placement. As long as we get it close enough, we can enlarge the hole. Cut these, and then this should actually fit pretty close to where I want it. So with the doors on the stock side skirts, there is a bit of gap here, and even on the stock side skirt at the front, there is a gap, but it's not this big of a gap. I just have to fix this huge gap here, make it smaller. I'll show you the other side and tell you what I mean about the gap on the stock side skirts, because right now it sounds like I'm trying to justify the gap and stuff, but yeah, okay, let me show you the other side with stock side skirt. Here's what I mean. There's that gap there on the stock side skirts. So yes, there is a gap, but it's not as big as it is right now. This is the door. Yeah, there is gaps. It's not completely flush, even from stock. So yeah, this is what I'm basing it off. On the stock side skirts, there's probably half a finger width. So that's what I'm trying to aim for. This is probably going to take a while to get these correct and in the right place and with the right gap. So I'll probably go ahead and just smash this, try to get this as best as I can, and also put some Sikaflex on this. Breaking old parts. Yes, we are definitely working on a 90s car. Okay, so I think I have really good news. I think so. I think I did it. So before, there was a large gap here that you can stick one finger in, but now without any bolts or attachments, like this is still loose, literally have like no gap. So I am stoked about that. Like, look at that, there's still a small gap there, but these gaps here are like nothing. So yeah, I had to trim quite a bit. I still have to figure out this hole here with that threaded retainer clip thing there. I loosened up the fender liner in here just so I can push this back, because this little corner bit here is rubbing against this part here. So what I've had to do, I cut this whole bit here in this corner, kind of push the fender liner inwards and then push this towards and then up, so I can still get this bolt in here. This one, not so sure. I should have kept the length up so I can actually bolt this side in, and just trimmed this more so it doesn't touch that tab. That's a mistake on my part. Quite a bit of things have happened since I last picked up the camera. I've just done the holes on the bottom. It's actually looking really good. Like, fitment, everything is looking good. I'll show you guys the fitment when I bolt everything up, but yeah, fitment is pretty spot on, pretty precise. So I'm very excited about that. Let me bolt these on first and then I'll show you the fitment on them. Side skirts is all bolted up. It's ready to go. Now I'm just going to put the door trim on and I'll show you the fitment. It's all in, all bolted in. The cladding is on the car and it's full. Let's have a look at this fitment, yeah? Remember what it looked like before. It was a huge gap. But now check this gap out. Oh, there's just this bit here. The one thing that annoys me about this is it's too short to be flush with the fender trim, but it's flush with the fender line for the wheel well. So yeah, that's one thing that is annoying. That's the AMG side skirt look, the AMG look side skirt for the W201. It just looks way more aggressive than the stock one. It just needs paint and it'll be good. Probably won't change the rear, probably just paint the rear. The rear bumpers that I've seen, it angles up, and I don't know if I want that for this version of the build, because I want everything kind of low just so when I'm aired out it looks low. This car is changing very quickly. That's like all the big body bits that I'm using for this build, except one thing that I still have to order, this bit up here.